So you mentioned you view glass as poetic. Tell us about that.
Well, glass is a magical medium to me. I just stumbled across it last year. And prior to that, I hadn't seen personally works that use glass as a medium. I love the challenge of it and how it's something we see every day. We live in homes, we have windows, we have smartphones and new technologies. And I didn't think of it as art medium, and that fascinated me, how it's, this medium that we come in contact with every day, but we don't take into consideration when we're working in art, craft, or sculpture as much, at least at the time that I knew of. And the medium itself, it's amorphous, which means that it's neither solid nor liquid. Its glass is always moving, which I find to be exciting and just odd. I think the odd and the kind of weird things intrigue me. And using that in a way that you're kind of in constant motion, which I think is a human experience. We're moving, we're trying to figure out more, learn more, discover more. And in wider themes of my work, I think that applies really well. It couldn't not, depending, you could talk about nature and it would work. So I think working with something in that way that's challenging, but also in its own formulation, complex and has different meanings is something that I'm really drawn to.
Yeah, I agree. Glass, everything you said, glass can be seen as, it's philosophical in the way that it does mirror what we see, and the components of it have so, there's so much that goes into it, and the interconnectivity of the fact that we do see glass everywhere. So I definitely
Mhm.
agree.
Yeah, and depending on how you manipulate it, you can get it to look really opaque or clear or mirroring, like you said, or even have like cracks in it. And that is, when you think of seeing those things, we associate meanings with them. If you see like a fracture or a crack, you think of like, fractured relationships, or you see something that mirrors yourself in a human form. I would like to think that you see aspects of yourself or what could be a human experience rather than something very removed. So yeah.